7-7. If you look back over the last 3 seasons, there's been a pattern of you often going on fairly long runs of not winning that many games. I think 2 and 8 a couple of times. Does it worry you at all psychologically that it becomes a little bit of a pattern? Obviously, it's not like win, lose, win, lose. It's like often you go on these little runs of losing and drawing games.
Yeah, we want to cut that as quick as possible. Every time you lose, the next most important thing is to win, to cut that happen. We haven't managed to do that, and that's a reality, and we have to face it.
But is there any work? I mean, you've identified that yourself. Is there anything you can do to try and help beyond winning games?
We have done a lot of things to try to do that and to produce as much as possible in the games and as little as possible from the opponent, which has happened. But at the end, you have to win the games, and we haven't.
And then one last question for me, it's probably a little bit of an unfair one, but obviously you're 5 points off the lead at the moment. Does it mean that tomorrow is really a must-win game for you if you're going to be title challengers this season?
Well, we better start to pick up points, that's for sure. If we want to be up there, we're going to have to have consistently 3 points on the board, and we know that at this level you cannot have more slip-ups.
Jordan? Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You said about the results in December not being what you wanted, but performances barring Fulham were really high. When you sit down with your analysis, you see all the stats and they're all so high, barring maybe finishing. Can you explain how frustrating it is as a manager to see how good your team is in most areas but one?
Yeah, and look at all the data, Arsenal in the top. The reality is that we haven't won enough matches, so there is something underneath that has to be. It's like an onion, the first layer, 2 layers. We have to go to the bottom of it to understand, okay, actually what is making us win or not win. And it's been small details, small margins, and then obviously the boxes that have played a big part of that. So we have to change that. It's not, as a coach, okay, I do that, and then you have to do it. It's not that. We have to find something else then to win.
When you look at those stats, can you say which ones of those that you're most pleased with in terms of the stats that are really high? Is it in terms of passes in the box or?
I'm more pleased when we win. That's it. Our job is to do that. I'm much better than the opponent. I'm ready to win the game, but at the end we have to win them. So I'm more looking. My focus is in the other things that we can improve and do better, and that are going to help us to have much more margins to win games.
But is it fair to say that Arsenal are one of, if not the best team in the league, apart from finishing those chances?
If you look it from that perspective, objectively with what we are producing, the answer clearly is yes.
Hi, Mikel. You've obviously got a lot of young players in your squad, the likes of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli. They've played quite a lot this season. Going forward in the next weeks and months, are you mindful in terms of managing their workload going forward and maybe having to put the likes of Emil in there to get the likes of Saka a rest?
Yeah, well, we want to play the players that are in the best condition and to maintain the players in the best condition, because what's going to have to come when it comes to March, April and May, that is going to be very different. It's now as well that our fixtures look very different without the FA Cup as well, and we're going to have more time to train and more space to games, so we'll have to manage that.
If you absolutely had to sign a player this window, which position would you prioritise and why?
It's a great question that I'm not going to answer.
Thank you. And with in terms of the fullback position, we've got obviously Tomiyasu in Japan. He's going to come back next month. Timber, whenever he comes back. With them two, obviously, whatever the time scale is, does that kind of make you mindful that you might not need a fullback in this window for them two coming back?
Well, when we plan the season, obviously, we have those two in mind, being fit, available, and with the impact that we're expecting them to have. And that's the beautiful thing of a piece of paper. Then it's not the reality of what happens. Our player gets injured on the first game, and you have to deal with that. And then we have other issues on top of that. But those two are going to be massive when we come back. It gives us so much strength, flexibility in the defensive line, and we are hopeful that we're going to have them both for the last part of the season.
Gary?
I think the players maybe are sort of overthinking it, maybe against Liverpool, where they've lost the instinct. Some of the chances, the instinct was just to hit it, and they just delayed and they wanted the extra touch. I think that's when you're on a run like this, they lose the instinct just to take the shot.
That's a question more for the players, but when we have to make an action, especially in the box, it has to be with no hesitation and no thinking, and just deliver the moment. And there were a few situations that we were taking extra touches and moments where we didn't make that decision quick enough. That's for sure.
Is that one of the marginal gains that you've been over the last 2 weeks trying to emphasise? Is it that one of the physical ones or the mental ones?
Yes.
What were the others? What were the other sort of marginal gains?
No, there are related. Some of them to a game model. The other one about how we compete. The other one about how we face certain situations when things are not going well for us, or when we miss a chance or 2 or 3 or 5 or 25. How are we going to do the next actions? And that's something that we can do better.
Because just wondering, as Klopp said after that game, he thought that once he had all the chances, he couldn't see. He thought almost that would affect Arsenal by not scoring. That almost then that would affect you and not affect Liverpool, and therefore the second half would be completely different. That's what he said after the game. So that must affect. Is that correct, that the players would get affected?
Well, I don't know. That's his feeling, so I don't know.
Okay, last couple now.
Yeah, Mikel, just on the players and how they're feeling in terms of confidence in front of goal. Have you worked with any sports psychologists with them over the last week or anything like that, or has it just been kind of on the pitch stuff, or was it a mental approach as well?
No, his approach is a very holistic approach, because there is not a single factor, and the factor for a player is not the same factor for a different player. So you always have to take a very holistic approach to things, and try to touch and try to look at every aspect that can be affecting in a positive, negative way a player.
And just more generally, you mentioned about the players spending a bit of time with their families and together. Has that helped the general mood in the camp, and refreshing now coming back to a game?
As I said, it was an exceptional camp. So if I had to plan it again, I don't think it would be as good as it was. That's what I can say.
Okay, finally to Paul.
I was going to ask about that too. Why did you decide that family should be with you? Why did you feel that was so important? And do you think that was almost as important as anything you did on the pitch, or in terms of analysis, having them there and just improving the mood, the atmosphere maybe?
Well, first of all, we've done it for a couple of years now, so it's nothing new. So not because now we haven't win 1 or 2 that now we bring in the families. And the second one, because I don't decide whether the families are part of that or not. They are part of us. They live with us. Maybe they are not in the building every day, but they live with us. They live our professional, our lives, our success and failures every day with us. So they need to be recognized. They need to be present. And for me, it's one of the best moments that we had.
And do you think sometimes your strikers get a bit unfairly criticised for the missed chances? It's not just them, is it, in your team, that your team is able to create a lot of chances for a lot of players, right? You have wingers who like to come in and do more than just create, right? Do you think it's a shared responsibility that people need to remember?
I think strikers and goalkeepers, very tough jobs, because they can be heroes one day and the next day they can be highly criticized. It's the job, they know that, but that's the beauty of what they do as well, that the margins are so small, and the emotions attached to that as well. But they know there is no one new here that is the first time that they experience something like that.
Okay, Ron.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.